Hi, I return to Earth as Andriana. I go by Anne, but symbolically I am Inanna returned. Before I speak, I ground this message in truth as I understand it, guided by inner knowing and protected by the wisdom of the divine feminine. All beings I have listed on screen exist within me. Specifically, they are multidimensional versions of me, and they have appeared to me and made themselves known on several occasions. It's like they were saying, I'm a part of you. I say all this to say, get to know the different versions of yourselves. You need them to help you grow, meaning you embody their characteristics. Okay, my disclaimer, I am not a guru, messenger, teacher, or a counselor. I'm passing on messages I have received, experienced, or witnessed. The title of this segment is Danger, 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 Urgent Warning. After observing Isis wisdom, or Lucifer, mimicking me, my intuition told me to take a deeper look. As Inanna returned, I am here to bring the earth back in balance. I first exposed Isis wisdom, or Lucifer, in the Who is Lucifer vlog. I'll post a link in the description box. My intuition told me to take a deeper look after hearing her brag about being a quantum doctor and scanning people. Isis Wisdom, or Lucifer, is a high-ranking member of the alien invader forces. They had me under surveillance and tried implanting a parasitic worm into my eyes, but I blocked it. My security team has also increased my personal safety. The alien invader forces are extremely dangerous. They wear masks pretending to be someone else helping the collective, but they're really here to trap you. Isis Wisdom, aka Lucifer, Rod Hayes, Enki's archetype, that 13th son, Marduk archetype, they're here to trap you in the third dimension, and all members are a part of the alien invader forces. Those are the three that sit at the top of a pyramid, making crucial decisions to keep the earth out of balance. The reason why earth is out of balance is because of them. They sit at the utmost top of the pyramid of earth while fooling you into thinking that someone else runs the planet. I went into great depth in a vlog titled Inanna or Isis, how the Anunnaki messed with our heads. I laid out how Enki wanted how the planet run, and it told you how it was going to trick all of us. Okay? All right, so if you want to get the rundown and how he planned to trick us, they must tell us what they're doing, okay? And he did. He told us everything that he was doing to us. But a lot of people turned their head. Oh, he's giving us all this lovely information. He's so knowledgeable. That's Enki. That's another archetype. He paraded himself as Thoth, Tahuti, a whole bunch of different. Osiris is also Enki. I tell you, he and his son Marduk, they changed the records to all these different titles so they could fool you, so you wouldn't think that, oh, this person is that one or whatever, whatever. Okay, so Rod Hayes is just another Enki. It's an Enki archetype. He's a proxy for Enki. All right. Okay, so let me continue. Isis Wisdom's claim of being a quantum doctor. The repeated attempts to invert my vlogs and lying to the masses, stating that the shift has occurred when it has not yet taken place, had me taking a closer look. I'm like, why is she inverting all these vlogs? Why is she saying the shift happened when it hasn't? Isis Wisdom is an inverter, okay? She mimics other people's information, and if it suits the alien invader forces, she'll twist it around to match their agenda, okay? I did a vision to affirm my suspicions of her siphoning off your consciousness. Yes, she's siphoning off your consciousness under the title of Quantum Doctor. Let me explain it to you, because I did an extensive vision on this. Whatever. Here's the vision. I saw a horizontal wooden structure with planks, P-L-A-N-K-X, on each side. Pretend you see a raft rowing, you know, like this, the planks on the side, okay? They're moving steadily upstream. Next, I saw an incoming train on the left side with bright lights around a circular opening at the bottom front of the train. The long line of planks kept going upstream. Then the planks morphed into black beads, overlapping each other and taking over the moving train on the left. There were black beads everywhere, and they eventually solidified. They became solid after that, okay? Now, here's the spiritual meaning. Pay attention now. The horizontal wood and the planks, that's the raft of souls, S-O-U-L-S. The planks that's going upstream, it's a raft of your souls, okay? The wooden planks moving steadily upstream represents the organic baseline of individuals, their current state of being. Moving upstream indicates they are trying to progress or return to a source. However, being planks suggests they are currently in a fragmented raw material state, making them vulnerable to collection or repurposing. The incoming train with bright lights, the false light tech. The train on the left, the side of the hidden subconscious. The train on the left is the side of the hidden subconscious, right? And it represents a collective carrier wave. The circular bright lights, the one that I described at the bottom of the train, this is the quantum scan. The quantum scan's design is to dazzle and attract. It mimics the divine light to trick the goddesses who don't know who they are to convince them to board the vessel, which is the train. It's highly automated, fast track. It's a spiritual path that is actually a closing system. The transformation into black beads, the siphon. Those beads that you see, that's the siphon. That's what they use to siphon all the stuff, okay? So, as the planks, the people's consciousness encounter the train, they morphed into black beads. Their consciousness, they morph into the black beads. The overlap, remember I spoke of the beads overlapping. The overlapping means the loss of individuality. In this quantum state, the unique plank converts itself into a uniform standardized bead, a unit of energy, taking over the train. That's the beads taking over the train. The beads don't just board the train, they become the train's substance. This is the siphon in action. The scan harvests the consciousness to fuel the movement of the alien invader forces, collective machine. Let me repeat this. Taking over the train, the beads don't just board the train, they become the train's substance. This is the siphon in action. The scan harvests the consciousness to fuel the movement of the alien invader forces, collective machine. The solid state. That's when the beads got solid, the frequency trap. The vision ends with the black beads turning into a solid state. This is the most critical part. It signifies total calcification. Hear that? Total calcification. Once the quantum scan siphons the consciousness and becomes standardized, it's locked into a solid, unmoving frequency. It means the scan converts the goddesses into a manageable resource for the alien invader forces. That means you're no longer a goddess because they siphoned all that spark from you to use in whatever means they have, right? Overall meaning of that quantum doctor scan, it's a frequency harvester. She is harvesting your consciousness. Her scan, the bright lights, identifies planks, the ones going upstream, trying to move upstream and convince them to become part of the train. Okay, the vision affirms my intuition. The process is one of those standardization and solidification. Isis wisdom or Lucifer takes the raw timber of a soul and turns it into a bead, a manageable data point. Then she fixes it into a solid state where that consciousness can no longer move, grow, or escape the stimulation. In other words, the quantum doctor is trapping you into 3D consciousness. You won't move to any other high dimension. She's trapping you, in other words. It's a freaking trap! All right, let me read this again. Once the quantum scan siphons the consciousness and becomes standardized, it's locked into a solid, unmoving frequency. It means the scan converts the goddess into a manageable resource for alien invader forces. Overall meaning, the quantum doctor is a frequency harvester. She's harvesting your consciousness, okay? Her scan, the bright lights, identifies planks that are trying to move upstream and convinces them to become part of her scan. So when she tells you that she has to do a total scan first, that's her siphoning your consciousness. Don't let her scan you. She's a consciousness thief and a liar, a fraud, a quantum fraud. The vision affirms my intuition about her. The process is one of standardization and solidification. Isis wisdom or Lucifer takes the raw timber of a soul and turns it into a manageable data point. Then she fixes it into a solid state where that consciousness can no longer move, grow, or escape the simulation. In other words, the quantum doctor, the quantum quack, is trapping you into the 3D consciousness. She is dangerous. The final call to sovereignty. The quantum doctor, the quack, is not here to heal you. She is here to take inventory. As you have seen in the vision, the bright lights of the scan are nothing more than a high-tech lure designed to turn your unique organic consciousness into a solidified data point, a bead on a string controlled by the alien invader forces. Once that she takes all that from you, they own you, they control you. That means you do what they want you to do. You no longer have free will, okay? They want you standardized. They want you predictable. They want you locked into a frequency where you can no longer move upstream toward your true source. When you hand over your field to be scanned by an inverter, you aren't receiving a spiritual upgrade. You are signing a lease on a 3D prison cell masquerading as ascension. I'll repeat that. When you hand over your field to be scanned by an inverter, you aren't receiving a spiritual upgrade. You are signing a lease on a 3D prison cell masquerading as ascension. The game of mask is over. I have exposed the Triple Alliance, Isis Wisdom, Rod Hayes, and the 13th Son. The balancing of the earth depends on you seeing the pyramid for what it is. A scheme to trap you. The 13th Son, he preaches righteousness and, oh, we're white so you could be pure. Oh, 13 love. He is wicked. He's here to trap you. And Mr. Rod Hayes out there preaching, oh, get your sovereignty. Oh, no more paperwork. He's here to trap you. That's Enki in disguise. I saw him coming through a portal. Enki conjured up Rod Hayes into a book. I saw him leap from the book, coming through a portal as Rod Hayes. I saw Enki doing the little spell, and when he came through the book, he came through the book as Rod Hayes. I saw him playing as Day, just like I saw Isis Wisdom playing as Day, as Lucifer. Okay? I see them with my own freaking eyes. They're wicked! You hear me? The balancing of the earth depends on you seeing the pyramid. All three of them are freaking evil. They're wicked! You are not raw timber to be harvested for the alien invader forces machine. You are suffering. You are ancient. Wake yourselves up to the scan. Don't get scanned, or else you're going to be left back in 3D. Stop looking for a fast track on their train and start trusting the power within your own vessel. The simulation only holds power over those who believe the false light is the only sun. I am here in my body. I am safe on earth and I am sovereign. Stand in your own light, and the solid state trap will never hold you. Stay grounded. Stay sovereign. All right? Let me repeat this part. The game of mass is over. I have exposed the Triple Alliance, Isis Wisdom, Rod Hayes, the 13th Son. The balancing of the earth, the 13th Son is Marduk. If you haven't figured that out, Rod Hayes is Enki's archetype, and Isis Wisdom is Lucifer. When you hear them talking about the Lucifer and this and that, yeah, it connects back to her. Enki usurped the title Lucifer, but Isis Wisdom is Lucifer, okay? She told on herself, and then I did that vision. If she hadn't told on herself, I probably wouldn't have, but she told on herself, so, oh, let me go do that vision to be sure. Anyway, anytime someone comes out here and starts talking stuff and my antenna go up, I do a vision, all right? I do a vision reading. So the balancing of the earth depends on you seeing those three at the top of the pyramid. They don't mean you any good. I don't give a frick what they say. They are wicked to the bones. You are not raw timber to be harvested for the alien invader forces. All three of them belong to that. There are the gurus out there that work for them, but all in due time. They cross me, I'm going to expose their asses. Okay, all right. You are sovereign. You are ancient. Wake yourselves up to the scan. Stop looking for a fast track on their train and start trusting the power within your own vessel. The simulation only holds power over those who believe the false light is the only sun. I am here in my body. I am safe on earth and I am sovereign. Stand in your own light, and the solid state trap will never hold you. Stay grounded. Stay sovereign. Once again, I return to earth as Adriana. I go by Anne, but symbolically, I am Inanna returned. Thank you for listening. I return to earth to maintain its balance. And anything that I see bringing out of balance, I must speak on it. And she is one of the alien, Isis Wisdom, aka Lucifer. She's one of the alien invader forces. And she and the other two are bringing the Triple Alliance. They're bringing the earth out of balance. So I must speak on this. Okay? And take heed and stop idolizing these wicked ass people. Once again, I return to earth as Adriana. I go by Anne. But symbolically, I am Inanna return. Once again, thank you for listening. Sorry, I had to come hard because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you're talking about the right hate and he's doing it. Child, you better take heed, okay?